Hi, this is the host. In this course, we'll explore what AI can and cannot do by examining its ethical challenges and implications. In this chapter, we'll discuss several key ethical issues related to artificial intelligence, including bias and discrimination, privacy and surveillance, transparency and explainability, autonomy and consent, and the dual-use dilemma. 4.1 Bias and discrimination. AI systems often learn from historical data that reflect societal biases. As a result, they can perpetuate and even amplify these biases, leading to discriminatory outcomes in areas such as hiring, policing, lending, and healthcare. For example, facial recognition technologies have been shown to perform worse on people with darker skin tones, which can have significant consequences in applications like law enforcement. Similarly, AI-powered hiring tools that analyze resumes may inadvertently discriminate against candidates from certain backgrounds or with certain characteristics simply because those characteristics are underrepresented in the historical data used to train the algorithm. This can reinforce existing inequalities and prevent qualified individuals from getting a fair chance. It is crucial for developers to address bias and discrimination in AI systems by using diverse and inclusive training data, evaluating for fairness, and ensuring that algorithms are regularly audited for bias. Additionally, regulations and ethical guidelines can play a role in mitigating discrimination and promoting fairness in AI-driven decision-making. 4.2 Privacy and surveillance. AI systems increasingly rely on massive data collection and analysis, which raises serious ethical concerns about consent, data security, and personal autonomy. For instance, facial recognition cameras can capture and store images without explicit user consent, potentially leading to misuse or unauthorized access. Moreover, the use of AI-powered surveillance technologies by governments and law enforcement agencies can infringe on civil liberties, especially in authoritarian regimes where there is already a lack of privacy and human rights protections. For example, the use of AI-powered surveillance technologies in mainland China's Xinjiang region has enabled mass surveillance and tracking of the Uyghur Muslim minority, contributing to the erosion of their rights and freedoms. To address these concerns, it is important to establish clear guidelines and regulations for data collection and usage, ensure transparency in the use of AI-powered surveillance systems, and strengthen privacy protections to safeguard against unauthorized access and misuse of personal data. Additionally, promoting public awareness and education about data privacy and security can help individuals take control of their own data and protect their privacy in an AI-driven world. 4.3 Transparency and explainability. Many AI systems, particularly deep learning models, are considered black boxes, meaning the decision-making process is opaque and difficult for users, regulators, and even developers to understand. This lack of explainability can undermine trust in AI systems, making it challenging to identify and correct errors or biases and hold them accountable when they cause harm. For example, an AI system used in medical diagnosis might provide a recommendation that a patient requires a certain treatment without providing a clear explanation for its reasoning. This lack of transparency could lead to distrust among patients and hinder the adoption of potentially life-saving AI-assisted diagnostics. To promote transparency and explainability in AI, it is essential to develop AI systems that provide clear and interpretable explanations for their decisions, encourage open and collaborative development of AI technologies, and foster multi-stakeholder dialogue involving experts, policymakers, and the general public. By working together, we can strive to create AI systems that are not only powerful and accurate, but also understandable and trustworthy. 4.4 Autonomy and consent. When AI makes decisions on behalf of humans, such as in medical diagnoses or treatment recommendations, it can challenge the principle of informed consent. Patients have the right to understand the rationale behind recommended treatments and make decisions based on their own values and preferences. However, if the AI system is a black box that cannot explain its reasoning, it may be difficult for patients to provide truly informed consent. Furthermore, AI systems designed to influence human behavior, such as through personalized ads or social media algorithms, can undermine human autonomy if they are not transparent and accountable. For example, an AI-powered social media algorithm might exploit users' psychological biases and vulnerabilities to manipulate their behavior without their knowledge or consent. This can have significant implications for individual autonomy and the integrity of online interactions. To address these ethical challenges, it is crucial to develop AI systems that respect user autonomy and provide individuals with the ability to understand, control, and shape the way AI influences their lives. This includes ensuring that AI-driven decisions are explainable and transparent, allowing users to exercise informed consent and providing mechanisms for users to express their preferences and values to AI systems. By prioritizing autonomy and consent in AI ethics, we can create AI systems that are not only powerful and efficient, but also respectful of individual rights and values. 4.5 Dual-use dilemma. AI technology can be used for both beneficial and potentially harmful purposes. For example, image recognition can be used in healthcare to assist with early and accurate disease diagnosis, or it can be used in military drones to identify and target individuals or objects. This dual-use dilemma poses an ethical challenge, as it is difficult to predict and control the potential misuse of AI technologies. For instance, AI-powered facial recognition technology can be used for benign purposes, such as unlocking smartphones, or for nefarious purposes such as mass surveillance and identity theft. It is essential to consider the potential risks and biases of AI technologies and to develop safeguards and regulations to prevent their misuse. One approach is to promote multi-stakeholder collaboration involving experts from various fields to anticipate and mitigate potential risks. By proactively addressing the dual-use dilemma, we can harness the benefits of AI technology while minimizing the potential harms and ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically for the betterment of society. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the controversial topic of lethal autonomous weapons and explore the ethical considerations surrounding AI in warfare. But before we move on, I want you to think about these questions. How can we strike a balance between innovation and responsible development of AI? What role should governments play in regulating AI technologies? And how can we ensure that AI benefits all of humanity and does not exacerbate existing inequalities? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Welcome to Chapter 5, Warfare and Autonomous Weapons. We are here to discuss the ethical dilemmas associated with the development and deployment of autonomous weapons powered by artificial intelligence. 5.1. Introduction to Lethal Autonomous Weapon Systems. Lethal Autonomous Weapon Systems, LAWS, are AI-enabled systems that can select and engage targets without human intervention. Proponents argue that LAWS can minimize civilian casualties and offer tactical advantages, while critics contend that delegating life and death decisions to machines is ethically unacceptable. For instance, an autonomous drone could identify and eliminate a threat such as an incoming missile without requiring a human operator to make the decision to engage. However, this capability also raises ethical concerns about accountability and responsibility. 5.2. Accountability and responsibility. If an autonomous weapon causes unintended harm, who is accountable? Is it the programmer, the commanding officer, or the manufacturer? Current legal systems lack clarity on this issue. For example, if a self-driving car developed by Tesla accidentally causes a fatality, who is liable? Is it the driver who programmed the route, the Tesla engineers, or the manufacturer of the car's software? Establishing accountability is crucial for deterring reckless development and deployment of autonomous weapons. 5.3 Compliance with international humanitarian law. International humanitarian law, IHL, aims to limit the effects of armed conflicts and protect civilians. IHL requires distinction between combatants and civilians and proportional use of force. Many argue that current AI cannot reliably meet these criteria, thus violating fundamental humanitarian principles. For instance, an AI-powered drone might mistake civilians for combatants due to biased or incomplete data, leading to unlawful attacks. Ensuring that AI-driven weapons adhere to IHL is essential for preventing war crimes and protecting innocent lives. 5.4 Risk of proliferation. Autonomous weapons may become accessible to non-state actors, terrorists, or rogue states, increasing the threat level globally. These actors may lack the technical expertise or resources to develop sophisticated AI systems, but they could acquire or modify existing systems for their own nefarious purposes. For example, a terrorist group could gain access to a commercially available AI-powered drone and reprogram it to carry explosives. This proliferation risk highlights the need for international cooperation in regulating and monitoring the development and deployment of AI-driven weapons. 5.5 Calls for regulation. Organizations like the Campaign to Stop Killer Robots advocate for a preemptive ban on fully autonomous weapons. The UN has discussed possible frameworks, but as of 2024, no binding agreement has been reached. Establishing clear legal and ethical boundaries for AI in warfare is crucial for preventing an AI arms race and safeguarding humanity's future. Now let's move on to Chapter 6, which will delve into the ethical considerations surrounding employment and labor in the age of AI. But before we continue, I invite you to ponder these questions. Do you think AI and robotics will eventually replace human workers entirely? Or will they simply augment human capabilities? How should we balance the potential efficiency gains of AI-driven automation with the social and ethical costs of job displacement? Your insights may contribute to the ongoing discussions about the future of work in an AI-driven world. And don't forget to stay tuned for more thought-provoking content. Thanks for watching.